Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Extreme Blogs. That was the last I was on here, and that was a little bit ago, So welcome to the channel. Welcome to Kryptonite Core. And if you're new to the channel, have no fear, because John Woods is here, and I'm ready to take you on another roller coaster ride live and in person. Now, I know this is only my second video and first live stream of the new era on YouTube. And with that being said, tonight I don't really expect a big old fashionable crowd. I don't expect anybody, actually. Maybe a couple people, a couple souls. I think I have a couple friends that are going to be joining me, but that's about it. But this basically is a live stream and me talking about WWE Royal Rumble 2024 predictions. And yeah, so, and my mother, I appreciate you joining. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to be back on YouTube, and I got a lot of crazy ideas and stuff in store. It's been a wild transition. So the last few years, I left YouTube, and I did really well making videos with my good friend TJ, making good videos with my friend Zargon, and we did all kinds of crazy stuff, and we had a great time. I left, and life happened. And then I wanted to come back. And I talked to my mom, I talked to many other people, and they encouraged me and they inspired me to basically use my passions of photography and videography and sort of build that up a little bit. So professional wrestling is like the key center right there. So that's one of the 5 things that I'm going to be doing on my YouTube channel, though. So tonight I'm doing the WWE Royal Rumble prediction video, and the event takes place at 8 p.m. And so right now I'm just like scratching into this whole thing and trying to get some kind of buzz on it, but we'll see how this goes. All right, let's just give it our best shot and see how this goes. So first, we only got 4 matches announced for this show. It's not really the biggest show of all time, it doesn't seem, but we got 3 matches announced, or 4 matches announced, and not really tons of hype into it, but I think they're going to put more emphasis onto the actual the amount of time that they're giving it. So, and Jim's watching it on the big screen. No, that makes me more nervous than anything. Yeah, doesn't it? So first, we got the women's Royal Rumble match itself. We got a number of competitors in there. We got a number of top athletes that are going to be in this particular match. So mainly what I'm seeing in this, so we got multiple stories going on. So Damage Control, who have been running the ladies division really rampant for the last few months. And Io Sky and Bailey haven't really like seen eye to eye, but they haven't really been against one another either. They've been sort of these small hints and these small disagreements that are building into a bigger and better story down the road that we will see take off. And so I'm 100% selecting Bailey to pick up a huge victory in this match. I think that she does go into the Final 4 with good old, Becky Lynch and good old Nia Jax and Bianca Belair. I think that we are going to have these 4 be there for a lengthy amount of time. I don't really see it being just a one and done situation. I think it's going to be a little bit of time that's going to, be given to these 4, and eventually one after another. But when the eliminations happen, they're all going to happen almost at once. So I think Bailey is definitely going to win. And then we go into the next match, which is Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman and potentially with some of, his other family members, Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. And they're taking on Randy Orton, and they're also taking on LA Knight AJ Styles in a fatal 4-way match for the the main prize of the business. Well, what I gotta say about this match? So this match is, you got a whole bunch of prestige wrapped around it. You got a whole bunch of, you know, craziness wrapped around it, with people wanting and desiring for Roman to finally lose that title after having it for it seems like forever. He's had it for over 1,000 days, it seems. He's trying to get and beat Hogan's record, and surpass Bruno's record, and all these guys' records. So I don't see him losing the strap. I don't see him losing the title. I think Roman's going to win this match, but they're trying to protect Randy for future projects. They're trying to protect AJ Styles a little bit as well. So I think LA Knight's probably going to be the one to eat the fall, take the fall, and if he is, then there we go. But I think it's going to be a good match. But with 4 matches being announced for the show, all 4 matches are going to give tons of time and have tons of good things happen in the matches. I think this match is going to be probably at least 20 minutes long. So then we go into Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens, which is going to be another probably pretty good match. They've been building this up as Kevin Owens has this, hand that, is broken, it's fractured, it's disabled, and he can't really do much with it. And Logan's going to take advantage of that. And I think in the match, he is ultimately going to take advantage of that. I think ultimately he's going to take advantage of that, but it's not going to be what you think. I don't think they're going to use him trying to break and disable his whole arm or something, but I think he's going to use that as a distraction and get a roll-up victory. So I think Logan Paul is going to get a cheap victory over Kevin Owens. But I think after the match, somebody, or maybe even Owens himself, is going to take Logan Paul out and potentially through the announce table. And at WrestleMania, I see Logan Paul probably losing that strap, in a ladder match or something. But he just has it because, money and all that stuff. And plus, he just signed a new contract with the WWE. Welcome to the channel, good old TJ Rolls, my good old faithful friend. And so I think Logan Paul's going to win that match. I think he's going to continue being the United States heavyweight champion. And the United States Championship needs to be escalated more and more because where it's positioned. We see what Gunther has done for the Intercontinental Championship and what Logan Paul could potentially do for that other championship, United States Championship. And I want to see that. I want to see that championship rise to the occasion. I want to see him become stronger. I want to see, something happen special with the United States Championship, because in the last few years, it's been forgettable. It's been, overlooked, and it's not been good. All right. If I'm honest, it's not been good. It's been faithful to be forgotten. So we go to the main match, the main caliber of the whole entire evening. And that is the men's Royal Rumble match. All right. Woo! The Royal Rumble match itself. And this has a lot of prestige behind it. So we have rumors that CM Punk's going to win. We got rumors that Cody Rhodes is going to finish that story, finally finish the dang story, finish that story that he's been waiting like 2 years to finish, Can't touch this dang thing at all, And we also got rumors that other people like Gunther are going to win, pick up a huge victory after holding the Intercontinental Championship for over 300 days. We got rumors that, there's going to be a person that's going to return and make a huge impact. It's not going to be Brock Lesnar because, some allegations against him and Vinnie Mac, but we're going to wait and see. Okay. So I personally, I think the best thing for business is not to have CM Punk win. I know there's going to be a lot of people say, hey, no, CM Punk should win because he has the press, he has the popularity. In my opinion, what CM Punk has, he has a name and he has name value, but he also has a lot of controversy wrapped around that whole entire thing. So this is a gift, yes, but this is a bad gift on Christmas Day. And heck, my birthday is next week. It's just in a matter of a few days. So this is a bad birthday gift. All right. Having this dude win, it would be a bad birthday gift for anybody. Okay. So reason why it's a bad gift is simply due to the fact that CM Punk's overhyped, overanalyzed, and he's just all the controversy that happened in AEW is just it's something that is it boils over. It's just bad for business. It's not good at all. And I think that's the thing that's really hindering me from getting behind that. Especially they build up tension between Cody Rhodes and CM Punk lately, and the rumblings about one of them two particularly going at each other and facing off one against one another is great. It's tremendous. It builds that story, builds that intrigue up, and makes them seem like they are the ones to be seen and the ones to be heard. I particularly believe that there's a lot of potential in this match, okay? But I would not go with CM Punk, and I wouldn't go with Cody Rhodes. The Cody Rhodes, personally, I think that he should finish the story, but I think there's a little bit more intrigue to that. So the final four individuals in this match, I particularly would have, would be, I would have it be Cody Rhodes. I would have it be CM Punk. And the last two are, I mean, a little bit of a shock to anybody and everybody. Gunther, the Intercontinental Champion, he deserves to be in that spot. Okay. And I also think the guy who holds the Money in the Bank briefcase also should be in that spot because let's be honest, he's going to be in that picture eventually. So place him within the confines of that environment right now. Okay. You don't have to literally give him that spot. You don't literally have to, make him look like he's super important at the moment, but you should be. You should be. And so what I think should happen is Damian Priest should be the fourth guy. He should be the first one out of the fourth thrown over the top rope, and his 2 feet should touch the ground, roughly. And but I think you should make him look good in this match. And maybe even sow seeds. So sow seeds of doubt within, between him and his good old faithful brother, Finn Balor. You could sow some seeds of doubt between them two and have Damian eliminate Finn and sow some seeds there. Or you could have Damian eliminate good old Dominic. And Dominic Mysterio, obviously is most likely going to be in the Rumble too. And it would be something for Damian to accidentally, or we'll say accidentally, eliminate both of his comrades in that match. Okay. Now, me personally, I don't think that that's an accident at all. I think Damian Priest should eliminate them on purpose because I think eventually his boys, including Rhea Ripley, are going to stab him in the back, and they're going to push him down a flight of stairs. And because, they're jealous of him and all that stuff because, Rhea's probably going to lose her championship at Mania, but then Damian Priest, either at Mania or the night after Mania or something like that, is going to become the man of the hour, and he's going to win the WWE World's Heavyweight Championship. But I would have it be Gunther that wins the whole entire thing, mainly because, well, look at it from a standpoint from behind the scenes. Gunther has been one of the most dominant champions, not just in WWE, but around the globe, around the wrestling world, around the wrestling landscape by dominating in every form, fashion, function. Okay. So he's been dominating, not just in small ways, but in major ways. And he's been having great match after great match. Some people might compare it to what MJF did in AEW, but I think Walter or Gunther did better than anybody else did, including MJF. So I think that Gunther is going to eliminate Cody and CM Punk at the exact same time. And I think he is ultimately going to be the one to walk out with his head held high. And I think he's going to win the whole entire match. Okay. And TJ says, I still prefer to call him Walter instead of Gunther. At first I was like that too. At first I was like, yeah, Walter's a better name. It has more history behind it. It has more emphasis behind it. But now I'm like, man, Gunther has really stuck to me. It's really, I prefer Gunther now than Walter, especially since he's held the Intercontinental Championship so dang long. But and as far as who I think should beat him for the Intercontinental Championship, that's a I guess another video for another time. But because this video is just, uh, it's an experiment, I guess you could say, because I expected something different. But so in recap, I expect Bayley to win the Women's Royal Rumble match. And I think she'll last eliminate Becky Lynch. I think it's going to be a very competitive fight between the last four. And I think Nia Jax is going to get eliminated by all three of them. I think Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, and good old faithful Bayley they're going to eliminate her as, the first one gone out of the four. And Nia Jax she's going to be doing well. I mean, she's going to eliminate at least 3 people in the match, 4 people, whatever. But at the end of the day, she's done. All right. She's the lady that is best known for injuring people. She's best known for, being mediocre. All right. A C+ player. And we're just going to say that she's just going to drift away into the distance after losing. All right. After getting thrown over the top rope by all 3 ladies. And then I think Bayley is ultimately going to go toe-to-toe with Becky Lynch as the final 2 participants in the Women's Royal Rumble match, ultimately eliminating Becky Lynch because Becky Lynch oversells herself, and then she gets thrown over the top rope. And, yeah. So, Bayley will win that match. And TJ has a few comments. Let's read the comments. So, TJ Roll says, I don't know who is going to win, but hey, guess we will find out tonight. Either way, I'm going to look forward to it. I most certainly look forward to it, too. It's ever since I was a youthful little guy, a little tiny guy, I always got the Royal Rumble for my birthday. My birthday was always sitting on January 31st, and the Royal Rumble always went for the last Saturday or Sunday of the month, So this year it falls on a Saturday, and my birthday is on this coming up Wednesday. Obviously, I would love to watch it. I would love to go to it in person. It'd be amazing. But obviously, I'm not going to it. But I will do my dearest and my damnedest to watch it live and in person and have a great time doing it as well. And TJ says, I predict Kryptonite will make his WWE debut. He says we debut. He says later, he rewrote that as WWE debut and will become the first debut and Royal Rumble winner and wins the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. I wish that could happen. I wish that would take place, TJ, but that's not going to take place. Even though I have been tempted lately to particularly get involved in that, especially since reviving, retampering with my YouTube channel and trying to revive it a little bit, get some life into it a little bit, because it's been dead. It's been life support for many, many years. But finally, it came out of the coma, and now it's, revived a little bit. And I got a lot of videos planned. I'm going on 2 trips tomorrow to get some video, get some content, and edit those baby boys up. And I got to finish a project tonight that will either be going up Sunday or Monday. And I got a lot of different videos. So things are happening. But this wrestling thing it's brand new for YouTube because this is my first wrestling video on this new channel of Kryptonite Core. Now, my old channel of Extreme Blogs or Kryptonite Core, whatever the old channel, if I did this video on that channel, I'd probably get a bigger pop because people know that channel. They recognize that name and all that stuff. But this one's new. It's brand fresh, spanking new. So nobody knows it. Nobody understands it. But eventually, over time, hopefully they do. So TJ also said that he's surprised Nia Jax came back to the WWE. And again, they brought Eva Marie back before. Eva Marie was something different. Eva Marie she was a complete and utter joke, in my opinion. She didn't deserve to come back, in my estimation. I think that she came back for other reasons, but that's another day for another topic. Nia Jax, I'm not surprised she came back. She's related to The Rock. She's related to the Usos. She's related to Roman. She's related to these people. So I'm not surprised that she came back at all. I'm glad that she's not injured anybody yet. Like, I'm happy about that. I'm happy she's not hurt anybody or, broken anybody's nose or, broken anybody's spirit yet. But, they probably should get rid of her before she does hurt somebody because she has a track history of getting into a big predicament, getting into a big situation and injuring someone right before they are about to do something major. So we need to keep her away from the major stars on the line. Let's just say. So, and then TJ says, Rock versus Roman Reigns. Not sure you talked about it yet, but you haven't. Then what are your thoughts about that? Okay, so Rock versus Roman Reigns is like, it's going to happen. It's going to take place. It's going to take place. Now, this is my opinion about this. This is my estimation. Rock is the bigger star out of anybody in the WWE right now. Okay, he's part of the director board of TKO, and this guy doesn't need to win the Royal Rumble match in order to get a shot at Roman Reigns. They already sowed the seeds on Monday Night Raw a few weeks ago. And just with that one promo that The Rock cut, and there wasn't even that much of a promo. It was just a tiny taste of a promo. And you have this guy already shaking in his boots because he sees that the matchup's in the distance. Now, a lot of people said, hey, man, it's going to happen at Elimination Chamber. A lot of people said that, but deep down, I think that it's going to happen at WrestleMania. So Rock versus Roman Reigns, I believe it's going to happen, but I don't think The Rock needs to win the Royal Rumble to win it or do it. And to make that match happen, I think it's going to happen due to the fact that it's The Rock. It's one of the biggest stars of all time in the company's history. And the cool thing is he's still involved in the company. He's still, he's still actively involved in all those components. So yeah. And I think it's a good match. I think it's a solid match. It was supposed to happen last year, but on another side point, I think that Cody deserves to be in that match just as much as The Rock. But there's ways around that. Cody could defeat Damian Priest to hold the Money in the Bank briefcase. He could cash in. It could make it a triple threat. You could have multiple different things like that happen to make it more interesting, more intriguing, and ultimately bringing more eyes to the product, because that, at the end of the day, that's what this is about. It's not only building up the star of The Rock, which we can't really build it up much more than it already has been built, but not just building up the star of The Rock, but also building up the star line of what Roman Reigns could become in the next few years, the next few months, the next few hours, but also building up the stardom of what everybody else involved in this predicament could be. If Cody does defeat Damian Priest to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, then what will that do to everything else in the company's history? What will that do for Damian Priest, his stock, and his fundamentals in his faction, the faction of the year? They said, what will it do for Cody? So if Cody does do that, I would be okay with that. But I think Cody deserves a one-on-one shot, a one-on-one crack at the prize of the possession. Because a lot of people say, hey, man, Cody deserves that one-on-one shot against him. And he does. He definitely does. And Tom Road to 650 subs says, what time does it start in the United Kingdom? Well, I have no idea. I don't know what time it is in the United Kingdom at the moment. It starts here in the United States at 8 p.m. So I don't know what time is it like in the United Kingdom at the moment. I have no idea. But welcome to the channel. Have no fear. John Woods is here. So I'm not sure what time it is in the United Kingdom, but yeah. So in recap, I think that Roman Reigns is going to win that fatal four-way match. I think he's going to pin LA Knight. It sucks to say that. It's really bad to say that, I guess. But out of all the stars in that match, okay, so all the stars are aligned. You got the 4 stars of the match. You got LA Knight, you got AJ Styles, you got Randy Orton, you got Roman Reigns. Four of the best stars in the company. Randy Orton has done everything, and he just returned from a serious neck injury, and he was gone for a lengthy amount of time. And this guy is multi-time world champion, right? So what rumors is that they want to protect him. They want to, make him, known before Mania. Okay. AJ Styles, who knows what's going on with AJ, but AJ basically has had a change of attitude. He's changed of rhythm. He's had a change of direction. And He's had words with Carl Anderson. He's had words with Mia Yim. He's had words with Luke Gallows. He's had words with a lot of people he should trust. Excuse me, I got to take a drink real quick. And then he sort of had like this sort of a small tiny bond with Roman Reigns. And so what I got to say about that is absolutely simple. I think that they're ultimately going to have Roman Reigns pin LA Knight simply due to the fact that out of the 4 guys, LA Knight he doesn't muster up. At the moment, he doesn't muster up to LA Knight or Randy Orton. But what he does do, and what the rhythm is that I think my prediction is, all right, just hold me to it, is I think LA Knight ultimately at WrestleMania will be the one to take the United States Championship off of Logan Paul. Okay, and then I think that what Gunther has done for the Intercontinental Championship, I think LA Knight is going to do with the United States Championship. I think he's going to hold that championship for a long time. Is he going to set records? I would have him set records. But the thing is, I want to see him hold the United States Championship because I think he needs a championship like that rather than just holding getting the World Championship, getting the WWE Heavyweight Championship, getting the Universal, you name whatever main championship you want. But instead of just doing that, I think he needs to earn it a little bit more. Okay. And holding the United States Championship would definitely do that. Like some people would be like, man, Walter deserved to hold the main championship ASAP. You could say the same thing about LA Knight, but I think it brings more story emphasis. It brings more character development. It makes the characters feel more important. And at the end of the day, it makes them feel like they are like untouchable, undeniable. They are the chosen one. So LA Knight, I think at the end of the day at WrestleMania, he will become the United States champion. And I think he'll ultimately over the long term of the company is going to be one of the better United States champions that we've seen in the last 5 to 6 years, maybe 10 years, maybe 20 years. I don't know. But I think the guy ultimately deserves that United States championship. Okay. And men's Royal Rumble match again, Gunther is going to run havoc. All right. Last year he entered at number 1. See, my biggest, okay, so I'm going to get into a complaint real quick. I think that the Royal Rumble match is way too many. They have more number 1 winners than they have number 30. Does that make any sense to anybody? Anybody out there listening think that is just like a crazy observation? You have more number 1 winners than you have number 30. That doesn't make any sense. So what I would propose is stop having people win at number 1. All right. You could have somebody win at number 3, number 5, number 7, number 14. It doesn't matter what number it is, but just stop having people win at number 1 because it makes the importance of having someone win at that prestigious number of number 1 become an absolutely big old flat 0. Okay, you're not doing anything. You're not impressing anybody by having all of these individuals win at number 1, including good old faithful Chris Benoit, good old faithful Shawn Michaels, and the list goes on and on, including Rhea Ripley. It doesn't do anybody any good when every single person throughout the history of the WWE who wins at number 1, it continuously happens year after year. So have switch it up a little bit. So I'd have Walter still come in early, but not number 1, not number 2, not number 3. I would maybe have him come in at number 5. Okay. Have somebody win at number 5 for the very first time ever and have him make an impact. Okay. Have him drop some people downtown and knock them out of the ring. But on top of that, I'd have him win the whole damn thing. Reason why is because Walter, okay, first of all, Walter is the longest reigning Intercontinental champion of all time. He unseated the Honky Tonk Man to get that. Okay, he unseated the Honky Tonk Man who had that championship for over 300 days, right? And I think that is tremendous. But you think about that. You think about that's like comparing apples to oranges. Honky Tonk Man, who's still alive, who's still with us, he wasn't near the worker that Gunther is. He wasn't near the competitor that Gunther is. Like Honky Tonk Man wasn't even supposed to win that championship. Honky Tonk Man was supposed to lose. Like he was supposed to lose. He was like a replacement, a last minute change. And it's a surprise. Like it's like, oh, hey, we're gonna give you a shot. And then he actually wins. And then he holds that championship and loses it. I believe it was to the Macho Man Randy Savage, maybe. Or I don't know. I can't remember who it was. But he lost it to someone important, all right? Actually, no, it was to the Ultimate Warrior. Yeah. Ultimate Warrior won it. And Ultimate Warrior held it for a long time too. But the thing about the whole premise of it is Honky Tonk Man, nothing against the Honky Tonk Man, but he's not the worker that Gunther is. Okay, Gunther can go in there and he can put on a 30-minute match. It's the same amount of time I've been on YouTube right now. And he can dominate, and the match is good. It's interesting. It's intriguing. It makes you want to continue watching. It makes you want to watch another one of his matches and another one of his matches. And they're so dang intriguing, and they're so dang good, you know. And Honky Tonk Man, no, not so much. So I think he deserves this shot because what he's done with the Intercontinental Championship, and also his interview. I watched one of his interviews today as well, and his interview is simple. He said, the interviewee said, would you want to hold the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship at the same time? He said, no. No, I would not want to do that because the Intercontinental Championship does not deserve to sit second fiddle to anyone. I'm like, that's a good champion. So, my thing is, I want to see Gunther do well in the company. So, I picked him to win. Is he going to win? It's not really likely, I guess, you know. So people are probably wondering, do I have any people that I would like to see make their debut, you know, in these Royal Rumble matches? Do I have anybody that I would like to see make their presence known in these matches? Well, a lot of people are saying Sasha Banks. I don't think Sasha Banks is going to show up. Don't see it happening. Brock Lesnar, I don't see him showing up either. Thank the Lord above. I don't think he'll show up either, due to unforeseen reasons. I don't think that not that he's not good enough to show up. I mean, he's tremendous, right? He's incredible. But at the end of the dang day, there's a lot of controversy in the kitchen right now with Brock Lesnar, with Vince McMahon, and with John Laurinaitis. I'm not going to get into it, but because that's not what this channel is about. At the end of the day, when the sun goes down at night, that's not what this channel is about. This channel is about having fun. This channel is about talking about wrestling, but it's mainly talking about my opinion about wrestling or predictions about wrestling and stuff with AEW and WWE and Ring of Honor, and so the list goes on and on. It's not about that stuff. My opinion is I don't really care for Lesnar, so I am actually very, very happy that he's not going to be a part of the Royal Rumble. Give that opportunity to someone else, okay? So I think that we'll have some returning superstars, such as maybe potentially Sheamus might return to the event. And Sheamus, man, I would have Sheamus like come in at number 1 and shock the heck out of the crowd and have him come in at number 1 and have him make a huge, massive impact in that particular match. I would have him do incredible. I would have him do incredible in that particular match. I would have Sheamus, come out there at number 1 and do his diligence to win. And I'd have him stick around for a long time too. I just got water on my laptop, so I'll have to clean that off. But so Bayley wins, Roman Reigns wins, Logan Paul wins, and Gunther wins. And my good old faithful friend Dan, I appreciate you watching. He says, I'm co-watching your stream. I appreciate it, Dan. It is 5 o'clock at night. He sent me a message saying, let's see. Okay, so Jade Cargill and Trinity are supposed to be inside that match tonight. Should be pretty interesting. And I guess he did some research. The United Kingdom start time will be Royal Rumble is 1 a.m. So Tom Rude for 365 subscribers. There's your answer. I said 65, but 650 subscribers. Man. I did not go as planned at all. All right. Yeah, I wrote 556 plus in the chat, which makes no sense at all. Also, I would like to see potentially a guy who was released from the company that doesn't know what he's going to do yet return to the Royal Rumble, and I would like to see good old faithful Shelton Benjamin. Good old faithful Shelton Benjamin return in the Royal Rumble, even if it's just for one night. Shelton Benjamin is one of the greatest talents of all time. I think he's been underutilized his entire career. He deserves to be the heavyweight champion of the world in many different promotions, including New Japan Pro Wrestling and AAA and Impact and AEW. Heck, he's better than a lot of people in a lot of companies. He's not the greatest talker on the mic, but good Lord, Shelton Benjamin is one of the ultimate best. Okay. And Shelton doesn't really have a great track history of being in the Royal Rumble match long. Most of the time, he gets eliminated very easily and very quickly. I would have him be in the match for a lengthy amount of time. I know a lot of people might, oh, no. But yeah, Shelton Benjamin, the dude can go. If you're not going to have Lesnar in it, have Shelton Benjamin be in it. Also, some people from NXT, Carmelo Hayes could be in it. Trick Williams could be in it. Those guys, I would have something happen in them. If they're in the Royal Rumble match, have them eliminate somebody maybe together. That'd be awesome. Have them eliminate somebody together. Have them do very well together. And then at the end of the day, have Camaro throw Trick out of the match or accidentally throw him out of the match, or maybe Trick eliminates Carmelo. Something happens, And yeah. So you guys got, what's your guys' opinions about all of that? And we also got like some other people who could potentially make their debut or their presence known. We got some, I've heard that Impact Wrestling might have some people in there because they have a hidden partnership with WWE. They could have some people in the Rumble match. They or maybe AAA or New Japan or my thoughts on that is if we do see some people from those companies in the match, it's going to be somebody like a Josh Alexander or maybe an Okada whose contract's coming up or something. But I ultimately do not see any of those particular components being added to the match. WWE is not known for making that kind of adjustment. That doesn't mean that won't happen, but it's unheard of. So yeah. So now, does anybody have any questions for me? I don't even know who's still here or not. So got 3 viewers. We got 1 thumbs up. If y'all could give me a thumbs up, that'd be nice. Give me a thumbs up. We got 39 minutes in the thing. We got Tommy. Got TJ. All right. So who do you guys think is going to win the men's Royal Rumble match? Do you guys think that CM Punk's going to win it? You guys think that Cody Rhodes going to win it? You think that Gunther's going to win it? You guys think that Damian Priest is going to win it? Who do you think is going to win it? Finn Balor? Who's going to win this match? Who's going to become a bigger star because of that victory? Do you think it's going to be someone who's known, Do you think it's going to be somebody who has won the match before? You guys think The Rock's going to win it? And Sean came in clutch. Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, give me a good old faithful thumbs up in that. That'd be good to hear. So yeah, I'm gonna go back over everything because we have a couple new people that joined, and going over that stuff. So if you're new to the channel, have no fear because John was here, and I'm gonna go over yeah, good old faithful TJ. But I'm gonna go back over stuff in a few minutes. But this is Kryptonite Core, and sort of new to YouTube, but sort of not. But this is my WWE Royal Rumble predictions. And if you guys could, if you're new to the stream, give me a thumbs up and give me a little bit of support. This is my first wrestling video on my new YouTube channel, so I'm trying to test the waters and see, if I can do what I did, created the magic like I did before, which was like 2 years ago on Extreme Blogs, years ago with my good old faithful friend TJ. TJ rules. So in review, I selected Bayley to pick up a huge victory in the Women's Royal Rumble match, last eliminating Becky Lynch. And I think that Becky Lynch, Bayley, and Bianca Belair will be the final 3 participants, and I think that they'll do incredible. I think they'll do amazing together, and I think they'll ultimately team up to eliminate. I think that ultimately they'll team up to eliminate Nia Jax. Okay, so my friend Daniel, who's like the investigator of us all right? So my friend Daniel said that Carmelo Hayes and Trick are in the building for the Royal Rumble tonight, and the men's call-up so they're being called up. Now, at the end of the day, I think that they should be called up. I think that there's still a hidden little tiny story that could be told between Carmelo Hayes and Trick, obviously, who attract Trick, and waiting to see what happens with that horror ordeal. But I hope that these two guys have a match down the road on NXT programming. So I want them to get called up, but I also want to see that match in NXT, and I want to see Carmelo go full-blown psycho, or maybe it's somebody else. Maybe the whole time it was somebody else, and maybe the attention was turned to somebody else. But actually, I would like it to be Carmelo. And also, Sheamus is cleared to return. So Sheamus will most likely, I would love to see him at number 1. So you want the biggest pop of the all night, right? Why not have him at number 1 and have him last until the final 6 or something, I'd have Gunther eliminate him too, heck, So I currently have Roman Reigns selected to win the Fatal 4-Way match by pinning LA Knight. I think they're protected Randy. They are somewhat protecting AJ Styles because there was a rumor at one time that AJ Styles was going to go 1-on-1 with Roman Reigns, and I think that at the end of the day, they may go 1-on-1 because Seth Rollins is down with an injury, which I would have had Seth Rollins lose the championship, and I would have had Damian Priest cash the bad boy in to become the new heavyweight champion, but that's just my opinion on that whole circumstance. But at the end of the day, Roman Reigns is now going to become the fighting champion. Oh, that we all hoped that he would have been from day number 1, but he hasn't really lived up to that expectation. And so LA Knight, I think, is going to get pinned because they have big plans for him. Because they have big plans for him at WrestleMania. Okay, so big plans at WrestleMania for this dude. When he takes the United States Championship that's being held hostage by Logan Paul. Which, don't get me wrong, Logan Paul is a solid talent. He's a high risk, talent. that's from YouTube, the world of YouTube, and his good old faithful brother Jake. And, yeah. But at the end of the day, I don't think he is not good. He's not good enough to hold that United States Championship. He's not. Yeah, I don't think he deserves it. So I don't think he deserves it. So, but I don't think that Kevin is going to be the one to take it off. I think they're going to let him hold it until Mania. And then at Mania, he will lose that United States Championship. And then the men's Royal Rumble match, I'm having Gunther win, and I'm having Gunther win by last eliminating both CM Punk and Cody Rhodes at the same dang time. Because why not? I mean, how in the heck are you going to become a bigger star? You just held the United States the Intercontinental Championship. Good Lord. You just held the Intercontinental Championship for well over 300 days. And now, a few weeks ago, you go to the ring and you confront the world's heavyweight champion face to face. You looked him dead in the eyes and you said that you were coming for him after you win the Royal Rumble. That's A, that's going to happen, or B, that's not going to happen. So we're waiting and we're seeing what's going to happen. And I personally believe that the better situation would be for Gunther to throw them both to the top rope because Intercontinental Championship reign, but also because Seth's two biggest competitors that he has yet to face for that championship, with that championship on the line, is CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. Okay, and those two had words, a couple weeks ago, and it was a heated agreement, and, we've seen all the tension, all the turmoil between the two, and they got face-to-face, and CM Punk said that he's more of a Rhodes than Cody is, and Cody said that he's more CM Punk than, Punk is, and all that stuff. I think that's words for WrestleMania. I think that they're building the tension between these two for WrestleMania, so Gunther eliminates both of them at the same time, all right? And Damian Priest should be in the Final Four because, well, he's the Money in the Bank, and we need to make that be just as important as the United States Championship, just important as the Intercontinental, just important as a heavyweight championship, because at the end of the day, it is an established championship, like caliber of a championship that people will look at and say, hey, man, that guy is important. Hey, man, that guy, he's going to be the future of this business, even though he's like 40-some years old, but he's going to be important in this business somehow, right? But I think he shouldn't last that long. When it gets to the Fatal 4-Way, out goes Damian Priest. My gosh, you're going to fly over the top rope today, baby boy. So out he goes. So, anyways, that's my prediction for the WWE Royal Rumble. This right here was really just a test experiment. So I have 4 people currently in the chat. I have 2 thumbs up, and I've been on here for 48 minutes. And I just got another message from probably Daniel. Yep. So Daniel says that we should watch out for Andrade and for Rey Mysterio today or on television. Now, I think that Rey Mysterio he might return in the Royal Rumble itself, but I think the bigger pop would happen if you have Sheamus return at number 1 or number 2. The crowd would erupt. Rey Mysterio has just been off TV for a couple months, so it's not as big of a reaction that Sheamus has been out for like 8 months. And yeah, Priest does need to cash in, but Priest probably won't cash in until after WrestleMania. So actually, that would be a thing to have happen. You have Gunther, one of the biggest stars of all time. You have Gunther win the heavyweight championship, and then Damian Priest cashes in and wins the world heavyweight title from Gunther. Wouldn't that suck? Man, that would be horrible. You just lost the Intercontinental Championship a couple weeks ago, right before you go to WrestleMania. And then after you make it to WrestleMania, You lose the World Heavyweight Championship after winning it and holding it for like, we'll say 5 minutes, and you lose it to the Money in the Bank winner. Or maybe he cashes in the next night or next 2 weeks later. Man. So, anyways, I guess since it's 50 minutes, I think I'm going to hop off of here. But this was a test experiment to see what I do with future wrestling videos, future live streams, because I'm trying to build my YouTube channel up, and I'm trying not to, because I got a lot of people in my life right now that are very supportive, that are very hopeful, that know what I'm capable of when it comes to being entertaining and giving content that is good. So I like to explore and do that kind of stuff and capture pure essence beauty. So I think the best thing is that I do what I'm comfortable with. So if you're new to the channel, have no fear, because John Woods is here. And basically, what my channel is made up of, we got pro wrestling, but we also have wrestling with Kryptonite, which is wrestling with Kryptonite is my wrestling stuff. Okay. And walking with Kryptonite is me going on my journeys that I will be posting. And actually, I have one either coming out tomorrow or Monday, depending on when I get that. And tomorrow I'll be going on another trip or 2 trips or something, and all that stuff will be taking place. So, anyways, if you could share this video, this was just basically a test video to see what I do with live streams and wrestling events in the near future. Anyways, I thank you all for watching. Hope you have a wonderful night, and hope you guys watch the Royal Rumble and have a sufficient evening. I'm going to be editing tonight. I'm going to be creating and trying to come up with a scheme of things for my next videos. Again, my next video actually comes out hopefully tomorrow, because that's actually going to have a bigger impact than this video, because I like this video, but I don't really see this tonight didn't go as smooth as I thought it would. But it was an experiment. So anyways, I appreciate you all joining me, and I guess I'll talk to you guys in the near future. Have a wonderful evening. Peace on the streets until next time.